Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Have you ever watched something so awkward that you feel embarrassed for the person? Now try to imagine actually being that person who made the room uncomfortable. These next 10 interviewers know that feeling all too well. Join us as we count down the top 10 celebrity interviews that went totally wrong. Hey, but before we get started, a special shout out goes to Kim, who suggested and helped write this list. Also, there are countless awkward interviews out there, so be sure to tell us in the comments of any that we may have missed. Number 10. Scarlett Johansson. Okay, here's a tip for all you budding reporters out there. Unless you're writing for an adult magazine or a lingerie blog, maybe don't ask your subjects about their underwear. Here we meet up again with Extra's Jerry Penacoli, who is asking Scarlett Johansson about whether she wore underwear under her Avengers costume. Scarlett quickly deflects the question and harshly berates Penacoli, all while Jeremy Renner sits there and awkwardly laughs along.
Were you able to wear undergarments?
You're the fifth person that's asked me that.
Because
what is going on? Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
No, because it is such a skin tight.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
Number 9. Tommy Lee Jones. From monosyllabic answers to reminding the starstruck journalist he's a professional, Tommy Lee Jones doesn't make things easy for his interviewer, Kevin McCarthy. The whole interview is actually quite painful to watch, as it's quite evident that Kevin knows more about Tommy's career than Tommy does, and Tommy doesn't share the same enthusiasm for his own work.
You could look back over and look at your previous characters you've played. What is one character you know the best, and one character that's still mysterious to you over your career?
My mind just cannot get around a question like that. I don't know.
Number 8. Billy Bob Thornton. The American country rock band, the Boxmasters, formed in 2007 and were fortunate enough to appear on Canada's acclaimed Q radio show just a couple of years later. Unfortunately for host Jian Ghomeshi, the group's most famous member, Billy Bob Thornton, took offense when his extensive background in film was mentioned. For almost half of the 13-minute interview, Thornton gave cryptic answers while his bandmates looked like they had just seen a puppy run over by a semi. Even though Thornton's fame brought attention to the band, he made it clear that said fame shouldn't be discussed.
You would prefer me to only do this interview not mentioning at all, just to clarify,
that's correct, yes.
At all that you've
That's
ever
correct.
done anything in terms of acting, screenwriting.
That's correct.
Number 7. Cate Blanchett. During an interview with Andrew Freund about her role in the live-action remake of Cinderella, Blanchett talks about her least favorite chore to do around the house, which is picking up dog poop. Between that and confusing the words gaze and gaze, the interview quickly unhinged and went sideways.
How do you do that Disney villain gaze? Teach us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Disney villain gays. As in the gay Disney villains. Sorry, this is an accent dysfunction.
Number 6. Cara Delevingne. Nothing puts a woman, or anyone for that matter, in a good mood like being told they seem exhausted and irritated. In Cara Delevingne's case, these comments came at the end of an already awkward interview on Good Day. Things started off with the hosts talking down to her, and obviously not understanding Delevingne's sarcastic sense of humor. She tried to lighten the mood by explaining it was just early for her, but when the hosts told her to take a nap and drink a Red Bull, there was no saving the interview.
We'll let you go then. How about that? We'll let you go take a little nap, maybe get a Red Bull. How about that?
Cara Delevingne, thank you so much for your time. Paper Towns coming up too. And she's also in that Taylor Swift video, Bad Blood. Everybody probably recognizes her from that as well.
Yes, stretch out and see it, won't you?
It's a good movie. That's so funny. Let's tune in and see what you... Oh, they went to bars.
Wow, she was in a mood.
Number 5. Robert Pattinson. Ryan Seacrest is no stranger to awkward moments, but this red carpet weirdathon with the Twilight star still makes us cringe. Chatting it up like old friends, the interview was going well until the radio host decided to poke at a taboo topic, Robert's relationship with co-star Kristen Stewart. After an awkward pause, Pattinson's PR manager decided that enough was enough and spirited the teen heartthrob away, with Seacrest sitting stunned.
about you and your co-star Kristen? What can you tell them? What can you tell them about it?
I can tell them to watch New Moon.
We can't ask that question.
Movie.
Well, you can't ask that question to the guy. It's his co-star. It's a fair question.
Number 4, Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld is one of the most popular television shows and arguably the most admired sitcom of all time, and Jerry doesn't want you to forget it. During an interview with Larry King, the host asks the comedian if he stopped the show on his own terms or if it was canceled. The rest? Well, you know where this is going.
75 million viewers last episode.
Boy, you don't take it so bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being number one.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
Jeez.
Number 3, Quentin Tarantino. Once more, we see Channel 4's Krishnan Guru Murthy missing the mark and the social cues. Guru Murthy asks Tarantino about the relationship between cinematic and real violence. You know, Tarantino 101. Tarantino repeatedly tells Guru Murthy to drop it and that his stance on the subject is well documented. Yet Krishnan sticks with it, leading to an incredibly awkward 4-minute-long back and forth.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out. That's the only reason.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
And that's entirely your
This
your
is a
your
commercial
right.
from my movie.
Number 2, Robert Downey Jr. Krishnan and Guru Murthy of Channel 4 News has certainly made a name for himself in the 21st century because of his belligerent interviewing style, as showcased with this infamous Robert Downey Jr. interview. RDG's reluctance to answer personal questions is clearly evident as he looks off to his publicist and begins to breathe deeply. To his credit, Downey doesn't unleash on him, but it's pretty bad for an interviewer to have their subject walk out of the room.
Or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions. That's all.
Right.
I mean,
okay. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Are you? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Number 1, Kanye West. It isn't clear, but apparently Sway doesn't have all the answers. In this Sway in the Morning interview, Kanye West displays great modesty by declaring himself to be the single greatest artist of our generation, an equal to Shakespeare. When Sway tries to give Kanye advice on how to further his genius, Kanye goes ballistic and screams, "You ain't got the answers," countless times directly into the microphone. To top it off, Kanye takes a jab at Sway's clothing line and constantly interrupts him by yelling into the mic. Kanye absolutely exploded on him. But then again, Kanye will Kanye, and Sway shouldn't have expected much different.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye.
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what
You
more
ain't
than
got.
me? Come on, chill out.
You
bro.
ain't got the
Kanye.
answers.
Thanks for watching. There are so many more cringeworthy interviews out there. Let us know some of your favorites in the comments. Be sure to support the channel by subscribing, ringing the notifications bell, and giving this video a favorable rating before you walk off the set.